Hello. Hi, Mayor. How are ya? You can't hear? Oh, no. We're not starting off so hot. Hi, everybody. Welcome. We're just doing um, our monthly theater talk series where we talk to some of our creative folks that are working behind the scenes that you don't get to see very often. We always see the folks that are on stage, and we always have our applause for them, but we never really talk about all of the work that goes behind it and all of the people that do the heavy lifting as far as all the technology and music and everything else that's behind the scenes. So we're excited to spend the year kind of talking to those folks, and we're going to pick a different person every month to kind of focus on. This is our third in the series. I'm Pam Raposa. If you don't know me, I'm the artistic director of Theater 444, and I am so happy to have Meredith Beckley, the beautiful and amazing Meredith Beckley, our music director, who does all of our music and plans all of our shows as far as music goes. So can you hear us now, Mer? Can you hear Mer?
I cannot hear a word you're saying. Can you hear me?
I can hear you. I can hear you, but you can't hear me. Oh, no.
I have no idea why. I'm looking at every possible button.
Oh, no. Well, we just finished our first musical of our season 10. You just saw the kind of season 10 trailer for our whole season. And we just finished our first show, Dear Evan Hansen. It was a regional premiere of Dear Evan Hansen. It went so well, and people were they just loved it. It was great. We had a great cast, and we just wrapped that up like a week ago, not even a week ago. And this week we had auditions for our second show of the series called Amelie. If you're not familiar with Amelie, it's a lovely story, and it's not done very often. So we're excited to put that one together for you, and hopefully people will come and try to see something that they've never seen before. Let's see if I can get Meredith on here. Mary, can you hear me?
Yay! I can hear her.
I don't know what happened.
I was trying so hard to read your lips.
Well, I just was talking about us wrapping up Dear Evan Hansen just like a week ago.
Yes.
And then having auditions right away for our second show of our season, Amelie. And we have an amazing cast. We had a great audition group. We had tons of wonderful people. I so wish we could have kept everyone because we had so many great people. Unfortunately, we are limited in space, and it's a small musical. So we're only casting about 13 people. And so we just finished doing that, and we have an amazing group. Oh my God, it's Meredith Beckley. Talent.
Thanks, Matt.
You keep having me play drum sets behind you. You'll have to learn how to read the lips. I think that's our drummer. Is that James? Hi, James. Yes. Matt is a #1 fan. So, yay. So, Mare, how you doing?
Yes, great.
We just actually had a production meeting for Amelie, and so we're both kind of tired out. It's been a challenging week, right? Finishing up one show and on to another. But
yeah.
Well, we wanted to talk tonight a little bit about music direction, what the music director does, what are some of the challenges and things that have happened. And I'm happy to like pull up some clips or anything you need, Mare. So let's talk truths about what we're doing here. Okay. I'm going to just start with, why don't you tell us, like, introduce yourself, give us some of your history. Like, how did you get into this?
Okay. Well, how did I get into this? I started piano and voice lessons early, right out of the gate. I was 7 when I started taking piano, and it was something I asked my parents for. Um, and they were like, well, okay. So I jumped right in, um, joined St. Peter's Choir, grew up in St. Peter's Choir, just did shows all the time, loved it. I went to school for music for about 2 years, and I realized that I didn't want music to be my job because it was such my passion. And that changes a little bit when you start studying music, and what you like to do is now what they want you to do.
Mm.
And it started to lose um, what I felt was mine. I started to lose some of that, and I realized I didn't want to be a teacher. So I was like, I have to go get, a real job, as they say. Um, so I did. Um, and I kind of got away from music for a while. I can't really say why. That was just the way my life was going at the time. Um, the first show that I auditioned for as an adult was Spring Awakening,
Oh.
and I didn't know, like, I knew of you around Geneva, but I didn't know you, and I wanted to get back in to theater, so I was like, okay, I'm gonna audition,
And that
and
was our very first show for Theater 444. That was our
yeah,
very first one. Uh-huh.
yeah, so that was the perfect time. Um, and so I was in the ensemble, and then Annie, who was supposed to play the piano for the show, couldn't do it. And I said, well, I play the piano. I'll do it. So that was like one of the first shows I played for. I had played for some before that, but like school shows and things like that. And it just kind of progressed from there.
Yeah. Oh, Nate. Nate. Hi, Nate. Yeah, Mare and I have actually been together since the beginning of Theater 444, and this is our 10th season. So that's a long time that we've been friends and partners in this thing that we're doing. But
Yeah.
Mare started off in the cast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Yes. Mayor was on stage at one a long time ago.
We pulled her back into the pit, and then
I just love it there. I don't want to leave.
loves the pit. She really
Yeah,
does.
I do.
But I did pull you on stage one time, other time. Do you remember? It was during COVID when we did that online show, and
Oh
you
yeah,
sang a couple songs in that show.
I did. Yep. That
Yep.
was okay. I was okay with that. But I still played. I played the piano for myself.
Yeah.
So
Yep.
okay.
See,
Yeah, I'm
everybody
good in
seems to
that.
want you back on stage, Mare. All
I
the comments are they want you on stage. Maybe we do
well,
need to put you in Amelie. I mean, we just talked about that earlier.
oh my God.
So,
Well,
yes. Uh,
okay. This is going in a completely different direction.
I know, right? But hey. So tell us about the job of the music director.
Oh,
Because it's a big job.
it is a big job. And actually, I learned this recently because somehow I was like, I think I was looking for videos or things of, of,
Man, I think we better do a one-woman show, Mare.
I guess so. Jeez. I was looking for like some of the more popular music directors. I was trying to just learn some stuff, see if I could find any videos online. And I came across this post or article or something that was listing all the jobs that are part of music direction. And there's like at least 6, and they're all performed by different people. So I was like, wait, I don't have I don't have all those people. I just have me. Um, so it's a big job. It's everything everything that has to do with music runs through the music director, whether that be the piece of music that's in front of the pit, um,
Getting the
and
pit together,
getting the pit together. Thank
teaching our
God. Yeah, thank God I have a really solid group of pit musicians, which makes
our
my life.
band. Oh my goodness, Dear Evan Hansen. Our band for Dear Evan Hansen was dynamite. They
Yeah,
were just dynamite. What a solid group of musicians that we had for that last show we just finished. So good.
yeah,
But it's a lot. Like getting new musicians, getting more and more people is a huge job. Um, and then teaching all the music to everybody, right?
yeah.
Making changes and fixing things and cueing things, and it's a lot. It's a lot.
It is a lot.
Talk about Amelie, because you and I just had a conversation today about Amelie. What's happening with that?
Um, we have what we think is a hybrid score. Since we just finished Dear Evan Hansen like 3, 4, or 5 days ago, I'm not like I'm not totally well versed in the score yet for Amelie, but it's kind of like a hybrid version of the original Broadway show and then the UK version. So it's going to be a little challenging because they're two completely different. They're two totally different sounds,
Mm-hmm.
and I can see that there's music in the show that's not in the script, which happens a lot, actually, surprisingly. That we are probably me, and whoever I can find to help me, I'm probably going to have to write that out, listen to the score, and or listen to the soundtrack and write it out so that we can use it.
Yes, Nate. Yes.
Yeah.
Amen.
Yep.
We get a lot of messy scripts and scores, and this one's super messy because it's a hybrid of the Broadway and the UK, and we don't really know what we're getting into here. And we're trying to go down one track, and so it relies heavily on music. So I'm relying heavily on Meredith to interpret it in the way that goes along with what we're doing.
Right.
Yeah. So it will be a challenge for sure. For sure. What other challenges, Mare, do you find doing music direction in general? Like, what are some of the challenges that you've come across, or that you consider a challenge? You know?
Yeah. I don't want to say that this is necessarily a challenge, but it's something that I had to figure out how to do. So you go to teach the music to your cast. You might have 2 or 3 people that read music and can sight read, and the rest of the cast doesn't read at all or can read a little bit. And so for me, it was really important for me to figure out how to best teach the music, you know, in the time that we have, but also how to do it in a way that is not going to make the ones that don't read feel like they're struggling or falling behind. So I try to look at each person individually and figure out, okay, what's going to be their learning style? What's going to be the best way for me to teach them? And then try to work those things in to the rehearsal as a whole. So
Mhm.
yeah, because I know everybody has different levels, and I want everybody to feel like they're doing their best and like they're having fun. Like this shouldn't be, it's hard work, yes. And I want everybody to know their stuff, but we do it because we love it. So I want people to be enjoying themselves. So that's maybe instead of challenge, I feel like that's my mission, is to figure out how to best teach
Mm,
people, because that's the important part. They got to know the stuff for the show.
yeah, I love that. Yeah. And it is challenging though when people are all at different levels, you know.
It is, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. What else is challenging? I know I'm thinking about some of the stuff we've experienced because we don't have our own space. Sometimes that is a challenge, just in general for both of us, but particularly for you because we never know where you're going to end up or
Right.
what supplies you need, what we need to carry in,
Yeah.
space you have.
Yeah. The show we just did for Dear Evan Hansen, um, we were backstage, and I'm always, at first when I find out where we're going to be, I'm always like, oh God, that's not going to work. Just in my brain, you know, I have to like kind of like think it through and say, okay, you'll be fine. But I couldn't see anybody. Like I could see them from their profile. I couldn't see their mouths. I like to be able to see so that I can follow. Um, and I did not have that for this show, and I was nervous about that. And it ended up being fine. I just found other ways to anticipate what the actors were going to do.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so it was challenging for me, but it was cool. We had a great time back there. It was actually it looked like a small space, but we had room. And it was kind of cool we would just be rocking out, and then there comes Wendy or Rachel, like moving the bed, and just like all in the mix of it, and we're just doing our thing. It was cool.
Have you ever been backstage during a show? That was now that
No.
I think about it. You got to be backstage during the show.
Yeah. Yeah, it was cool.
Experience that. Yeah. That was
Yeah.
unique for sure. Talk about the worst space you've ever been in.
It has to be the next to normal pit.
I knew you were going to say that.
And that's like infamous. Poor JP was in the back with his drum set, like wedged in. We were in a space like this, I swear it was this wide, and it was one in front of the other, and then Annie at the big grand that they have in the black box, and Hillary was conducting, so she was right in the crook of the piano. Yes, I do. A challenge. So yeah, I think that one was the worst.
Yeah. But we always find
Yeah.
you some interesting spaces. What about up high? I know you don't, you're not a
Oh
fan.
my God. Yeah, I was scared to death to do that. That for Rent, we were up, and poor Simon, I was like, "Are you sure this is safe?" Like I'm questioning his set building, but man, with the drum set, we had two keyboards, amps, guitars, two guitar players. You know, I was like, we're gonna come crashing down. But once we all got up there and tried it, it was fine. And it was cool. We did it again for Big Fish. Yeah. So I have learned that I can be flexible and
Yay!
adjust to different spaces pretty well, I think.
Yeah, yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Um, and I, when we did Rent, I know the night before we opened,
Oh
we
God.
moved everything all over the place because of the
Yes,
sound
we did.
wasn't working and it was hard. It was a hard one, but that was
Mm.
a good last minute decision that we made.
Yes. Whew.
Oh, this is a good question, Adam. Talk about working with folks who have a different 9 to 5 and then doing theater music as a hobby.
Like,
So people that,
okay.
yeah, we have working folks that
Yeah.
do theater and their jobs are different from the work we do at the theater and the music that we do. Um,
It's like I was talking to somebody the other day and I was like, I have two full-time jobs. Like one, that, I'm a nurse by day and then I do theater at night. And it feels like, even though it's like, okay, 2.5, 3 hour rehearsal, there's so much that goes into it. It just feels like you're working another full work day. And, it's a lot. People work all day and come to rehearsal and we expect them to bring it every time. It's really dedication, I think. I mean, the people that we do shows with, everybody loves it. So of course we make it work. But
I always say that it's stressful, but it's a good stress because
yeah,
it's because we love it and we love what we're doing, even though it's stressful.
yeah, I need that in my life in order to be a good nurse.
Mm.
Because I need that. That's my outlet, like my passion.
Hmm.
But it's challenging when you have to work around your work schedules and to try to come up with a schedule for a cast of 13 where everybody has different work schedules. Making rehearsals can be a nightmare.
Right. Because oftentimes they can't be at every rehearsal, but we have to
Right.
be at every rehearsal.
Yeah.
So it's the more that they can't all be there at the same nights, the more nights we have to spend there too. So because
Yeah.
be there every night and then also trying to find the time to prepare for rehearsal in addition to being at rehearsal, right?
Yeah.
So that's challenging too. Um,
Yeah. A
but
lot of
all
our
of us, yeah, all of us, even our actors, our musicians, our technicians, everybody, most of us have different jobs that we do all day long, and then we come to the theater and we work at night too, and
yeah.
but we do it because we love it, I guess, and it
Yeah.
motivates us. Yeah. Adam, did you find? I know you just did some music directing. Did you find that super challenging, especially with the travel and um, I know you're working and it's a different job than this, but it's a passion for real.
Right.
So um, yeah,
I think a lot of our people that drive further distances, their travel time is their rehearsal time too. Like as they're driving in the car, they're practicing their songs. So everybody makes good use of their time
yeah, for
to,
sure.
to fit everything in.
He's typing. There it is. It's tough, but like it's such a work of heart. So you make it.
Yeah.
Yeah, for
Yep.
sure. Perfect. Perfectly said. For sure. Um, So, Mayor, one of the things that we did a few years back when we did Sweeney Todd was we used an an orchestrated track of music
Yes.
as a backing track. So, can you talk about that for a little bit?
Yeah. Um, I had a love-hate relationship with the track. There was no way we were going to get a 25-piece orchestra sound in a black box theater. It was just never going to happen. So using the track,
It was a hard decision.
it was. We went back and forth, but it ended up being the right decision. It was so different. One of my favorite things about accompanying is that I think it's my superpower that I can follow people and find them. Like if they jump a few measures or whatever, like I'll find you, I'll get you. You can't do that with the track. You're the actors, there's like no safety line from me to them. Once the song starts, that's it. I can't stop it. I can't pause it. So that was a big challenge to figure out the timing of. I ran the tracks on my iPad, and that was scary too, because if I missed, then the song didn't start and everybody's just standing there. It was a lot of pressure.
I know. I think we all had a love-hate relationship with that track, but it was the right
Yeah.
decision. I think 'cause it was just so fully realized with the full
I'm going
orchestra.
to turn my light on because I think I'm in the dark.
I think you are too. But I do think that was a good decision ultimately, even though it was super challenging.
Yeah, it definitely ended up being the right decision. But I know some people, when they hear like, oh, you're using a track, like, yeah, okay, I get it. It's not the same as having live musicians, but it was an artistic choice and I stand by it. What is that I'm saying? Hard to give up control. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
You are correct about that.
You know what was funny is that people actually thought at Dear Evan Hansen last week that we had tracks.
Oh, I know.
People thought we were using tracks because they couldn't see the band.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And it was a live band. So I'm just here to say that out loud. We had a live band.
Yeah. And that's a huge compliment for us to hear that people thought it was a track. So we were okay with that.
Why is that a huge compliment, you think?
Because it means that we were spot on. Our tempos were right on. Our blend, our timing with the musicians, with the actors, everything all came together smoothly.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. What are you most proud of, Mir? Which shows are you most proud of?
Oh,
I know that's probably a hard question, but because we love them all, but
I know.
if you had to pick like one or two.
I think for me, it's always going to be Rent for so many different reasons. That show was so important to me in my upbringing as a lover of theater. But also it's the show where I felt like I had a moment where I'm like, oh my God, I know how to do this. I can do this stuff. So for me, that one, I will always, that one's always going to be probably at my top.
I think you did. You turned a corner there because you really got your confidence during that.
Yeah, that doesn't come naturally to me. It took a while for me to find my voice to be in charge. I don't like being in charge of things. Well, say that I don't, but no, it's hard. It's hard when you are responsible for all the things and you don't want to let people down. You want to make sure that, I want to make sure I'm doing my best so that they can do their best. And it took a while for me to find my rhythm.
And you considered yourself a pianist, not a music director.
Actually, I never considered myself a pianist because I was always a singer. I know Adam is just loving. I majored in vocal performance with a minor in piano, but I always thought of myself as a singer who plays the piano because I liked to, like I was always the one who was jumping behind the piano when like friends got together and we were singing, and that was my happy place. But I still never thought of myself as a pianist. And then I started playing for all these shows, and I'm like, oh, wait, maybe I am a pianist. And then when you first asked me to music direct was Polka Dots. When we did Polka Dots, that was the first show I ever music directed. And it took me a while to think, oh my God, maybe I can be a music director. Like it's just kind of a progression that I just had to take to get to where I am now.
Yeah. Adam says he loved that our drummer James posted his experience on TikTok.
Yeah.
It was to see the behind the scenes of the pit. That was cool.
That was so cool. I have never ever thought of doing that.
I know. It was awesome. I loved it.
So many people like out in the community were like, oh, I saw James posted that video. That's so cool. Like nobody ever talks about the pit. Like we post videos of the actors like, oh, you're coming to see the show. The pit is full of musicians who are offering their talent too. Yeah. And it's really cool to like feel like, oh, look, we're featuring. I want to do that more. I was trying to think about how we could do that with the next show.
Yeah. Well, we were just saying today that we never took a picture of you guys backstage. That would have been such a cool picture.
I know.
Space that you were in, you know?
I think Jen took a video, but
back here?
Yeah, I think I'm gonna have to ask her because I want to see if she did.
I went to, oh, here's a picture of where you were for Rent.
Yes.
Up in that on the top level there. That's where the band was, up there. And then also when we did Big Fish, we ended up putting you up high like that too.
Yeah.
But I went to pull some photos of you and I, because I wanted to put pictures of us. And I ended up finding this picture, which cracks me up because it was like 2 o'clock in the morning. We were still at the theater. You and I were the only ones there. We were still painting and like getting things ready. And it was just, you and I are a team. I'm telling you, I just love working with you. It's so fun. So talk a little bit about finding new musicians, because I know you're always looking for musicians.
Yeah, it's my least favorite part of music direction, because it's I don't know, it's hard to like find people and email them and text them, hey, do you want to come and play for my show? It's a lot, it's a big commitment, and it's hard when we are doing shows because we love it and we're all there from the beginning, and then there's musicians that this is their job and they're looking for gigs, so it can be hard to feel like we're trying to compete with that. But we're really fun. So
we are fun. Reach out if you want to play with us.
Yeah. I'm always looking for strings are the hardest to come by. Violin, cello. We had a part for viola in Dear Evan Hansen, and we ended up not using it because I could not find any viola players in the area. So strings we're always looking for. Really any. I would love for people to reach out and say, "Hey, I'm interested in playing for a pit," and then we could see, if it would be a good fit or if there's a part for them.
Tell everybody what we call is a sitz probe.
Yeah.
What that really means, and
Well, it's some German German word, but it's basically, I like to call it a sit and sing. So you get all the band, all of the cast sits, and we start at the top and we go through every song. And the sits probe makes me so nervous every time because this is how I like to describe it. I'm so weird, but I like to think of it as that the moment when you are introducing your two different friend groups.
Oh.
And you're like, oh my God, what if they don't like each other? Like that's how I feel, because I've got my pit, my people that I've been working with, and then I've got the cast.
Oh
And
my goodness.
so it's like we all come together. And I'm
Yeah.
like, are they gonna like each other? How's this gonna go? And it's always great. It's always fantastic. But the sits probe is a really great rehearsal to just play through the songs and get a feel for the tempos.
When it happens, we get super excited because
Yeah.
everything's coming together.
Yeah. And I love the faces of the cast when they first hear the whole band, because it's exciting. Like you can really start to picture it, like, oh, this is going to be a show and it's going to be good. So yeah, I like Sitz Probe.
Yeah. That's one of my favorites too. Yeah. Well, thanks for chatting with us about music, Mare.
Well, sure.
Is there anything that we didn't cover that you wanted to say about music?
I mean, I'm sure I could think of a million things, but those feel like all the important ones for now.
Well, our next theater talks is going to be with Garrett, because Garrett came on to do his last month, and then he got called away because he's a volunteer fireman, and he got called away at the last moment. So we rescheduled on May 3rd. We're going to talk to Garrett about sound design and how important and critical sound is. It is just, it's super important. We're all the aspects are so important that when they all work, it's like magic. It's awesome. And then coming up pretty soon, we are going to be having a cast reunion for Dear Evan Hansen on April 29th. Right here live on Facebook and YouTube at 7. And we're going to bring our cast back together from the show and kind of talk through that whole experience, which was just amazing. And that cast was just fantastic. And we just had the best time. So proud of that piece. And I'm excited to get back online with them too. So that's coming up. We want to make sure to thank our patrons because they keep us going, and our list is getting longer and longer, and we love it. We need them to keep the lights on and the doors open, and we thank them so much for their generosity. So thank you to our patrons. And if you have not marked down the dates, June 5th through 13, please do it, because Amelie is going to be so special. We had our first production meeting today, and wasn't it cool, Mare, to talk through some of it? It's going to be challenging, but I also think it's going to be super fun, because there's a creative curve that is huge on this one. Like we can just
Yeah.
pretty much do anything. And it's just such a beautiful piece. It's very different, it's very unique. And I guarantee that this is a story that hasn't been told. And so we're super excited about Amelie. So mark your calendar for June 5 through 13 and come see Amelie. We'll be at the Geneva Community Center. Hey, thanks so much, Mare, for doing this.
Yeah, sure.
It
wasn't as terrible as I
she was nervous, y'all. Thanks for coming on and cheering her on.
Yes, thank you guys.
She really needed that. So thanks so much for doing that. I guess that's it for tonight. And we will talk to you soon, I hope. Stay tuned to us, and we're going to bring you some more beautiful, beautiful art. We're going to work on it. So thanks, Mare.
Yeah.
Good night, everybody.